know if someone is intelligent? For me, it is on the things that they say. The word that comes out from their mouth simply reflects who they are. Hello everyone, this is Karen from Mindstream. In this episode, I am going to talk about the words and phrases that intelligent people never say at all. At this point, it is essential that you realize that there is power in the things you speak. People who preach about positive things always attract positive outcomes. Meanwhile, those who typically complain and argue are always surrounded by negativity. The smart ones don't want to deal with any of that pessimism. So what are the things that brilliant minds avoid to say at all costs? Number 1. I'm a smart person. Ironically, the smart ones do not really flaunt their abilities or skills. They are always subtle and silent about it. For them, there's no point in bragging. And I think that's the best way to handle things. If you are really intelligent, there's no point in seeking validation. You don't need it. You know for yourself that you are intrinsically skillful and valuable. The things that you do are already screaming of who you are. You like to be humble and avoid any forms of haughtiness. In fact, let me give you a statement of Stephen Hawking. When he was asked what his IQ was, he said, "I have no idea. People who boast about their IQ are losers." Number 2. This is how I've always do things. One of the things that you should accept right now is that the world is evolving. Every day, new technologies are being invented. It is an era where change runs as fast as the ticking of the clock. Being not able to adapt to these changes is a grave sin. You need to keep up with the new things and never let them get behind. Continue to innovate so that you will keep up with the competition. You can ensure your success if you remove any forms of stagnation in your system. Don't ever say that this is how I do things. Tradition is the illusion of permanence. Do be too complacent. Learn new things. Always contend with the standards, especially if they are outdated already. Always embrace change. Do not be afraid of it. Number 3. I will not do it because nobody is doing it. Smart people never really conform to the status quo. They don't believe that the mainstream is always the best. They always innovate. They are ingenious in their ways. Their minds are always working with new ways to create and manifest realities. Of course, they are always open to challenges. They always do things that others are afraid of. They never hesitate, especially if the reward are high and worth it. If they are handed with difficult responsibilities, they don't make excuses. They rise to the challenge. And guess what happens next? They always succeed. I will share with you one of my favorite lines from former US President Ronald W. Reagan in his speech regarding the Space Shuttle Challenger 2 disaster. In his statement, he said, "And they had that special grace, that special spirit that says, 'Give me a challenge, and I'll meet it with joy.' They had a hunger to explore the universe and discover its truths." Number 4. That's not fair. Interestingly, intelligent people are not fond of making excuses. They know for the fact the world is unfair and it does not have any obligations to them. For them, they need to adapt and surpass the challenges and obstacles are present in their way. You will never hear them say, "That's not fair," whenever facing disadvantages. They do not compare their situation with other people. Instead, their minds are laser-sharp focused on how to turn the tables. Brilliant individuals know that the success they are looking for is not found in favorable circumstances. They are extremely aware that they can find it in the middle of the hardships they are experiencing. Number 5. whatever. Indifference is not a trait of smart people. Don't think that you are cool and smart whenever you say, I could care less or whatever, in situations they have presented to. There's a good chance that you don't really know what to answer. Or if not, you are just simply oblivious that you can't give even a simple opinion. Smart people can respond when they are asked. They know that their words are important to provide a context about issues. They also show empathy and the ability to care for others. It's what they call an emotional quotient, and it is pretty apparent to smart individuals. Elon Musk and Bill Gates are great philanthropists because they have high emotional quotient. It is not coincident that these individuals are smart too. Number 6. It's not my fault. It takes extraordinary courage and wisdom to admit fault and say sorry. Many people these days like to be prideful and arrogant. They will deny any sin or error as long as they can escape repercussions. They don't want the liability. They will make excuses from time to time to avoid any unwanted outcomes. On the other hand, smart people know when is the right time and situation to say sorry. They have strong convictions that they are responsible for their actions. Of course, they are also aware that being intelligent doesn't mean that they are perfect. They are susceptible to flaws, and it is entirely okay for them to be accountable whenever they commit mistakes. I hope that you realize that these statements are reflections of a solid mind. The intelligent ones will never say them out loud or even in their thoughts. Again, this is Karen from MindStream. Thank you for listening. Click like and hit subscribe to get more content like this.